Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Just 101, which is this is episode 5, which will most likely be the last episode. In this episode, we'll learn the basic endgame skills that every beginner needs. Endgames are positions with fewer pieces on the board. They look simple, but they're one of the most important parts of the game. Today, we'll learn pawn promotion, king activity, and simple checkmate pattern that every player should know. What is the endgame? The endgame happens when most of the pieces are gone, and both players have only a few pieces left. The goal becomes clearer. Promote your pawns, activate your king, and try to give checkmate with the pieces you have left. In the endgame, the king becomes hungry, so you must use it actively. And now pawn promotion. Pawn promotion is one of the biggest goals in endgame. A pawn that reaches the other side of the board turns into a queen, rook, bishop, or knight that usually gives you a huge advantage. Basic rules of promotion. You have push pass pawns. A passed pawn is a pawn that cannot be stopped by enemy pawns. Protect your passed pawn with your king. Use your king to help your pawn advance. Or if you have another piece, such as here where I have my queen, you can also use your queen, of course, which is better than the king in this instance. But if you only have the king, you're forced to use the king, basically. Think about it. In the opening and the middle game, you keep your king safe. But in the end game, the king becomes a powerful attacking piece. A king can fight for square, support pawns, and push that opponent back. Now, here's some key ideas for king activity. Move your king toward the center. Use your king to block enemy pawns. Use your king to support your pawn promotion. A passive king loses many endgames. An active king wins them. Ladder checkmate. Ladder checkmate is also the rookmate. It's also called the rookmate, but for instance, you can do it with queens or rooks because they're pretty similar in the way they move. So yeah, it is one of the easiest ways to checkmate the king. Use two rooks or two queens or a rook and a queen to slowly push the enemy king to the edge of the board. Now, let me show you the basics of ladder checkmate. You use one rook to give check along a fire, a rank, or a queen, Use the second rook or queen to support from behind. Move them down like steps, trapping the king smaller and smaller. When the king reaches the edge, you deliver checkmate. This is a common pattern, and every beginner should learn it. Now, the way to have the way to have ladder checkmate here is pretty simple. Okay, first of all, it's white's turn to move, so you're gonna do this. All right, he's gonna move. He's gonna do that. You're gonna keep pushing. All right. He's pretty helpless over here because of your position. You are winning completely because you have a queen and he doesn't have any pieces. All right. And you wanna develop your king, as I said before. You wanna keep pushing. All right. So here we have him. All right. You put him in this position, and then you promote it to a queen. All right. And then this is where the word ladder comes from. You do this. All right. You do this. You're checking him. And the final piece of the puzzle is where you put the queen over here. And let me explain it. This is why they call them a ladder, because you keep moving left to right, up and down, like a ladder, basically. So it's pretty easy. There you go. That is the ladder checkmate. All right. So let me tell you about five common endgame mistakes. Beginners often make these mistakes: moving pawns without a plan, keeping the king far from the center, not protecting pass pawns, rushing pushes without king support. Avoiding these mistakes can win many games. You might otherwise draw or lose. Now, here are the simple rules to remember. Activate your king, push past pawns, support your pawns with the king, do not rush moves, box in the enemy king when you can. Now, the most important beginner endgame skills: pawn promotion, king activity, ladder checkmate pattern. These ideas will help you finish games with confidence and convert winning positions in the next episode. All right. Thank you for listening. And I think this might be the last episode of this series. So thank you all for your time. If you enjoyed the series and this episode, please smash that subscribe and like button. And I hope to see you soon in my next series, or I might just play a game in the next video.